Thank you for tuning in to the next episode of the Paper Bag Club podcast. My name is Aliyes. With me as always is Richard Knox.
Heyo.
And today we are talking about Christmas.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, well,
Bit.
it's been a crazy month already. It's already Christmas, essentially.
Right.
Yeah, we're recording this on December 20th, which means Christmas is less than a week away.
Cinco Dias.
Yeah, it was like Thanksgiving yesterday.
It was last year yesterday. It was Christmas yesterday.
Last year yesterday. Yeah, no, it's been an insanely fast year, let alone month. But I'm ready for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite part about Christmas?
The gifts.
The gifts? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here's my order. Gifts, family, food.
Oh,
Time off from everything, school and work.
You don't like Christmas music?
I hate Christmas music.
You hate it? You don't have like one Christmas song where you're like, I can get down to this.
No. I can't say I do.
That one.
I mean, I'll listen to it in December, but after that, I'm like, okay, time for something else.
Like during the season, you know, there's not going to be like one Christmas song. I'm like, oh, I can listen to this any day of the year.
I think you could, though. You do almost every day.
Well, now because it's almost Christmas time.
Yeah. But. I mean, there may be one, but I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't think of anything.
I like Last Christmas. I don't even know if that's what it's called. Last Christmas by Wham.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm. I'll be getting.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have like the stations going if I'm driving, but on my own time, no.
Yeah, it's always playing in my car.
Yeah.
And every time I get into our work vehicle,
mm-hmm.
I always change the station to it. Sometimes on. Sometimes it's on. I don't know who's messing with it. It'll be on country music.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that listens to country music. Why is it on this?
No.
And I'll change it right back to Christmas.
If there's like a save station, yeah, I got one for like hip hop. And I switch it back every time to country. It's either country or like hardcore rock.
Oh yeah,
just to be safe. Yeah,
straight
just
radio
weird.
rock. And I'm like, who is driving this? Who is listening?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
it's not you.
No.
I don't think it's our other
94.1
either, but
thebeat.com.
Yeah, like
whatever.
107.9.
Yeah, mm-hmm. All of that.
The river. Or rewind. Sorry. Rewind.
But I think it was a little interesting. Now this may happen every year, but I feel like this year particularly, they started playing Christmas music hecka early. Like I remember,
I feel like it was like not even middle of November.
Yeah, and they're already playing it. I'm like
on the radio, and that's literally as soon as I heard it on the radio, because I normally listen to this radio station normally, and then all of a sudden they went from, and they play like, I want to say oldies, but oldies.
Yeah.
And then it's called Rewind 107.9. Right. So I guess it's oldies. And then one day I get in my car and it's Christmas music, and I said, "Oh, I got permission from the Lord."
Yeah.
He said
the radio said, "Cool." Yeah. No, I listened to I don't remember the station number, but it is actual oldies, like straight up like 40s through 60s.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Is that considered oldies, or is that considered like dead music?
No, oldies.
Like Latin's a dead language.
Yeah, right. No, I think they're called like 106.1 oldies or something like that.
I'm not a time traveler.
Theoretically. Yeah, but that's my go-to music if it's radio. The bad thing about my car
Your go-to music is the 40s?
Yeah.
Like swinging?
Uh-huh. Good old jazz, the original. It's really funny because I'll listen to it and you know, at least a lot of the people I listen to nowadays, they sample from these really old music.
True.
So like I hear this beat, I'm like, oh, that's Logic, that's G-Eazy, that's so and so, and then it's like the actual song. I'm like, this don't sound right. This is wrong. And you know, it's like that meme. It's like, yo, they made a car a real thing in real life from like GTA or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think they started with Fortnite or something. But Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, before they make this 2-hour long episode.
What is the when you think of Christmas, what is the first memory to pop into your head? Whether it's a past Christmas you have, or maybe it's a feeling.
Well, let's see here. The first thing that pops in my head is my Christmas in North Carolina, Jacksonville, where I was born. I think I only lived there for 2 years. Like I don't remember anything except for one specific memory, and that is I lived in an apartment complex on the second floor. And right next to us was a park. And at the time it was snowing, and me and my dad went in there and built a snowman. Okay. And then I think the neighbor...
You were 2 years old.
I had to have been older because I can't imagine a 2-year-old doing that. But that's like my oldest memory, I think, of anything, honestly. And if I remember correctly, if my mom's watching, she can corroborate this or not. If I remember correctly, the upstairs neighbor, I watched him kick my snowman.
He said, "Screw the snowman."
Yeah, that's my like oldest, like a first thought memory.
That's crazy. So I was also born in Jacksonville and lived in an apartment. with a park next to it.
You were my neighbor. Do you remember kicking a snowman down?
Well, I only lived there for a couple years too. So
Yeah, so that's super weird. We'll talk about that in another episode.
Yeah.
Maybe when Brandon's back.
maybe.
We'll see. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, my favorite, or the memory that always pops into my head first, was when I lived on base in Laurel Bay, and I don't think I had a Christmas with so many presents. Maybe one other Christmas I can think of where there was just like so many different presents for us. And I remember getting these Spider-Man web shooters, but they had like silly string cartridges in it. And me and my brother both got them. And we went outside and everything's like frosted over. And it's so early, and we blow through all this silly string in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
like we're just spraying it at everything. And then they didn't buy backup cartridges. Right,
so big mistake. One and
done.
done.
Game over.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. Let's go back in.
Right. Next toy.
Yeah, I think we also got like one of those like 3 compartment foosball tables. It was like foosball, air hockey.
Yeah. I was actually telling someone the other day that we should get you that.
That would be pretty cool.
You get
but
that game room.
I'd prefer just a ping pong table.
Yeah, you can beer pong, ping pong.
Oh man,
Forrest Gump pong.
Yeah, I love. Well, funny enough, they just came out with the Forrest Gump pop. That comes
playing?
with a ping pong. It's of him playing it, right? But it comes with a ping pong.
Is it his
paddle.
ping pong for the movie?
Well, it has his pop on it.
Okay, gotcha.
Face on it, yeah. But
so that'd have been cool.
I thought that was really cool, and because I love playing ping pong, and I used to play with Brandon and my brother all the time, and my brother taught Brandon how to play better in a way. And his tactic was he had like this saying with it. He said it was 2 ways of swinging the paddle. So it was food for the people, and you go forward. It's like you're giving it to the people.
Yeah.
And then you take it back. Food for the people, take it back.
Interesting. Yeah, I never delved into ping pong any more professionally than like just average play. But when I was trying to join the military, you get sent down to MEPS in Jacksonville, and you stay at this hotel, and they have like a whole like media center for everyone there, and they have like workout equipment, they have a lot of games, PS4s, they even have ping pong tables.
Oh, that's
and I was like that, and that's what I did the entire night. Yeah, so I was playing, and we weren't like gambling or anything, but we were like just placing non real bets, and I mean that was pretty fun. Probably the most I've ever played ping pong. I think the only other time was here at the apartments. The pool used to have one, and me and Wilkie played it like twice.
Oh yeah,
but it's always fun. I've always wanted to play it like with Forrest Gump. Just there was
not even looking.
Yeah, right. What was that movie? There was a movie about it. It was Balls of Fury.
Oh, Balls of Fury.
Boy, that one was solid.
I remember seeing Balls of Fury.
So ping pong's fun.
So back to Christmas
again. Yeah.
Christmas to me it's the most wonderful time of the year. Not even to be so cliche. Like I love Halloween. I love Halloween, but when Christmas time comes, it just makes me feel so joyous.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a time where I didn't have to worry about things regularly, where it was just whatever I was doing for the day.
Yeah. It was schools off, presents, family, food, snow. Sometimes.
Yeah, I never really lived where it snowed.
Yeah.
So
I did.
I always wanted to experience like a white Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Or like go to New York on Christmas, or somewhere where it's snowing on Christmas. But
yeah, when I lived in Virginia Beach, it snowed there, and that's
on Christmas.
Yeah, through like the whole season. So I don't remember specifically how bad Christmas was, but around December, January time, it would get like bad enough that you could have someone cart you on a sleigh and just drive. Yeah. So I think that's why Virginia was my favorite place I've ever lived, was because of the snow. I like the cold. I like snow. I think the reason I like snow is because I never grew up with it really. I lived in the South most of my life, South California, South Georgia, and I just didn't experience it much. So when I saw it, I'm like, whoa, this is like amazing.
This happens.
Yeah, this is real. This isn't fake. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine living in like, I don't know, what, Minnesota, Maine, where
it was snowing already for a month.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, you don't know cold till you have negative degrees. I'm like, it's snowing. Yeah. I'm good.
It's like, do you feel it after a certain point?
Yeah, right. And it's so funny too.
Is negative 30 really that much worse than negative 10?
And it's so funny because I know there's a running joke between like north and south and snow, and if it snows like 10 inches in New York or whatever, there's like a regular day. But if it rains like an inch here, they close down the entire city.
Yeah.
Restaurants, businesses, school.
Rain?
Snow.
Oh, snow. Okay.
Snow. Yeah.
It's like we went from snow to rain.
Right. So that'd be funny.
We're not used to it here. So when there's people they have to deal with this every season. They got chains for their tires. They know how to maneuver around it. It's easier. Go and ask someone in freaking Minnesota how to handle a hurricane. And they're going to be like, oh, what? We're like, yeah,
Like,
a
every year.
storm the size of a continent coming
Yeah, we get
at
that
you.
every fall. That's kind of our thing. That's an interesting point, though. Never thought about it
Maybe
like
not
that.
a continent, but
still.
definitely a country-sized storm.
Yeah, it's just big.
I was like, man, I shouldn't have said a continent. I'm thinking like a storm as
Little
big as
fact check
Africa.
right here. But yeah, I think one of my favorite Christmas moments, other than that, original one, one time I was living with my grandma in Georgia, and at the time, if I'm not mistaken, at least all my cousins were there too, like from my mom's side, which is, I think at the point about 11 kids, whatever.
11 kids?
Yeah, I think so. And and for me, I'll just say what I do and then ask how other people do it. For me, I wake up at 5 a.m. every Christmas morning. It wasn't like a thing I was taught. I think it just happened, and I was too excited.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, so me and my siblings or cousins would wake up around 5 or 6 a.m., run, see all the presents under the tree.
Oh, that's why. It's like, it would just happen. It was like, we got to get those presents as early as possible.
Exactly. So 5 a.m. rolls around, we roll up, we wake up all the cousins, the siblings, and we see the presents, and then we hit the stockings. Right, that's how we start. We organize it. Everyone gets in a circle. We start opening it, and then by about like 6 or 7, we wake all the parents up, and then they, drag themselves out of bed. They're like, "What day is it?" Like they're still knocked out. They're like, "Let me get my coffee."
They've been drinking all night.
Right. They're like, "Let me get my coffee."
Kids here.
I need 5 cups of coffee before we begin, please. And then we would start Christmas. That's just how I normally do it. So this one particular Christmas, I was the first one up, and I went, before. The night before, I checked. I said, okay, cool. There's this many presents. I know what to expect in the morning, type deal. And then I go to sleep for like 4 hours, wake up at 5, go back to the living room. There's 11 bikes in the living room.
Wow.
Each one has a name on it. Yeah,
Mine
mine
how
had
expensive bikes are too, especially if you're like an 11-year-old. You're on like a real bike
yeah,
at that point.
not training wheels or that cheap plastic stuff. Well, like a real bike.
Yeah.
And mine had like the pegs for like tricks and shit.
I mean, it's a kid bike, but
still.
Yeah, no, it's a bike.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, I bought my niece a bike one year, so I'm like, man, 11 of those.
Yeah.
You're spending $1,000
Mm-hmm. It was up there.
easily.
Yeah, and that's just bikes. There were still presents.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago too. So maybe I don't
But still.
see the bike price inflation. Back in
If
my
anything,
day,
it's
bikes
better.
used to be $3.
Right. So yeah, I think that was one of my favorite Christmas mornings. Another one I had was when I moved to Virginia for the first year, and I remember I was telling someone this the other day. I track where I live based off what Call of Duty came out, like what year. Like I can tell you, in 2009, I was in Escondido, California.
Oh, really?
In 2011, I was
My mother lives in Escondido now.
Yeah, I was in 2011. I was in Virginia Beach. I just moved there because I moved there on November 3rd, and Modern Warfare 3 came out November 4th.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Get
like
out
that's
of
how I like track like where I
Don't
live.
ask me anything. I know where I lived
Kind of.
after, like chronologically.
But not
Like, I
the
know I
dates.
lived here and then
Yeah.
here and then here, and if I think hard enough, I could say it was around this time.
Mm-hmm.
But don't ask me specific dates.
Yeah, that's
at
kind
all.
of how I like track my life. I'm like, okay, well, let's see. Black Ops 2 came out in 2012, so that means I was here, and then I did that, and then whatever.
Yeah.
But
I like to say my brain's like alphabet soup. You can kind of make out stuff, but none of it makes sense.
yeah. But this particular Christmas, I got my first laptop.
Okay.
And that thing lasted me until I got that computer right there, which was in 2016. So it lasted me 5 years. It wasn't anything, incredible, but I mean, still.
Oh, you're a kid and you have a laptop?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when I got my first laptop, I was a senior in high school,
Shit.
right? I mean, we always had like a family computer that I
But
used.
your own independent one.
I bought this for myself, and
Oh,
it was
shit.
like freedom.
Yeah.
I was like, I can do whatever I want.
can take
so
it with
much
me.
porn. Whenever I want.
Wherever you want. Yeah. So, but also now that I think back at it, it's like now that I am an adult and I can contribute to Christmas, it's expensive as fuck.
Oh, I'm feeling
Never
it hard
thought
this
about it.
year, because I just got back from Hawaii, and I put out a lot of clams out there. So I was telling everybody, I was like, look, don't get me anything because I just can't this year.
Yeah.
I spent a lot on making sure that I could take a vacation.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just poor timing, but I don't think it's poor timing.
No.
I had fun. And I
was
tell
good.
myself, don't be sorry about it.
Yeah. No.
But part of me's like,
don't.
dang, it would be nice because now I don't want to receive presents. So I was
Yeah.
like, I got you. So I'm like, oh,
No, I gotta get you
here's
something.
some air
Right.
for you.
Which I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky situation because like on one hand is the thought that counts, right?
True.
But on the other hand, I'm like, is the materialistic thing that I can tangibly hold.
I did bring some people like little lapel pins.
Yeah.
It wasn't that expensive. I keep forgetting I have your thing at home.
Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot about it too.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Just save it for Christmas. You'd be like, oh shit, hell yeah.
Well, I got Casey this big old thing of candy. So like coffee candy. So I
Okay.
just gave her that.
That'd be good.
I didn't get you candy.
Okay, cool. I guess we'll find out next week when we unbox it. We'll see.
And pull it out. It's not a box.
Right.
How about this question?
Okay.
And we'll put a thing in the description of
A little bit of
kids
a
not watching this.
poll.
When did you stop believing in Santa Claus?
Oh shit, that was a hitter.
Hit a big disclaimer at the beginning of the episode.
I can't track the exact like year.
Oh, you can't track it in Call of Duty times?
Not in this one because Call of Duty comes out in November, so that throws me all off. I would say definitely before high school. You know, I think around middle school time.
I hope before high school.
I would think
I'm
around
14 and I still
middle
believe in
school.
Santa Claus.
Well, because I know towards I started having my suspicions on the night of the bike, or the day of the bike one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did these 11 bikes
Right.
come from?
Exactly, and then I started to formulate a theory. Is like, man, every Christmas morning, like all the parents stay up late, and they're always the last to wake up, and they're all super tired. How are you so tired if you get 8 hours of sleep?
They're the elves.
Yeah, so I'm like, and I never saw anyone like in that like time frame, whatever. Like the rule was always you have to be in bed, like in your room by midnight, and you can't wake up till 6, or like you can't leave your room till 6. That
You
way they
said
have a little bit
5.
of leeway. Yeah. So I don't have an exact date, but I'd say before middle school, but roughly that's all I know.
Yeah. I don't remember the time either, like the date, but I specifically remember the Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were out doing stuff all Christmas Day, and we get back, and there was nothing under the tree. Nothing, right? And so I'm like, this is weird. And my dad had got my mother a giant standing jewelry box, and we were hiding it in my older brother's closet. So he said, hey, well, let's go get that out real quick so, we can get the present out. So we go, and by the time we get back of getting it out the closet,
Everything's there.
all the presents under there. And it was a decent amount of presents. So I'm like,
Interesting.
there's no way Santa said, oh, oops, I forgot about this house. Let me go real quick. How convenient is this?
Right.
And it was at that Christmas I was like, definite. Like,
Yeah.
this is, he's
Go gadget.
real.
This is
No.
bullshit.
And I think that year I got like a Game Boy Advance or something. So it was a good Christmas. But
Yeah.
it was a Christmas that I stopped believing in Santa Claus. And I think I got a lot of Pokemon cards too.
Oh, shit.
Like a dumb amount.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago. I had to be in like
Elementary.
4th grade.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I mean,
5th grade.
definitely interesting. And now looking back at it, I'm like, holy shit! Like, one, it's expensive as hell.
I can't imagine having kids right now.
No, hell no. And
Now that
imagine
I
like
think
our
about it,
parents.
'cause I'm always like, man, I can't wait to have kids. I'm getting so old, and now I'm like, oh,
Christmas diapers, all this shit, college. But no, like, I mean, even now, like, I had trouble getting presents for friends, family, and significant others
Oh yeah, I
this
see
year.
your table.
Yeah. Actually, most of that was Marley.
Yeah.
She did really good this year. I mean, Christmas is her go-to, right behind Halloween. Actually, probably before Halloween. But like normally, so before I had living bills, expenses, right? I think my first Christmas after I started working, what would we do?
Everyone gets an Xbox.
Essentially, I remember that first Christmas I had like so much extra money because I didn't have any bills except for like a phone and maybe insurance because my car was paid off. So all that money was disposable income, and the first year I got my dad $150 pair of earbuds. Like Bluetooth. Yeah, earbuds. I got my mom like a $200 purse. I got Cameron, I think like 2 games or something console related, and I got Alexis, I think an iPad.
Oh.
Right. And it's like all like just me, like not like
the standard high for that first year.
Right.
It's going down a little bit. Like,
yeah, hardcore. I'm like, yo, I got you this card.
I just got a Christmas card from my dad today, and it has the Grinch on it, and I open it up, and it just says, love, Dad. I love you, Dad. And
Yeah.
I haven't texted him yet, telling him I got it, because it's been a crazy day.
So well, hopefully you'll, because
it had the
this episode
saying
comes out
in it,
later.
whatever was like in the card, which wasn't lying, and then it just says love, Dad. And I was like, oh.
It's the thought
sweet.
that counts.
No, it's so the thought that counts, because I don't ever send cards. So I'm like,
Can you imagine
He didn't
sending
even
a
have
card?
to do that. I'm
Right?
so bad at
just a little email.
I don't even think I've ever mailed anything like
Yeah,
a
I hate mailing
in a
stuff off.
mailbox. I have a mailbox.
That's weird.
I just put the arm up. I think, but I've never done.
Said you got email. So yeah, I mean, Christmas is definitely my favorite season. Definitely the favorite time of the year again. Other than like tax returns, I guess.
Yeah, now that I'm adult, I forgot that's a thing. So
yeah, but I'm like, it is so expensive. So I can't even imagine having kids, let alone any like.
I guess when you have
Just,
kids,
like,
everyone
it's
else
crazy.
is just whatever. That's why when you do like a Secret Santa or a White Elephant, you're like, that's the
like
only thing
a
I'm getting.
cop out, essentially.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm not buying anyone else anything.
Yeah, so I mean that's just crazy to think about. Like, and I think that the Christmas I got the laptop, it was like a laptop and like a couple games and maybe even a console. And it's like just kept on racking up. I'm like, yo, this is great. And so it's definitely something to look back on and be like, wow, Christmas is expensive. And I know there's a bunch of I don't know if you can say it's a theory, but people just say it's like a Hallmark, just created a holiday just to profit on money and stuff because it is a huge profitable margin.
True.
I know that's why a lot of stuff goes on sale
But
during
Christmas
Christmas.
has been going on since before
The
even
dawn of time.
Christianity,
Yeah,
started
so-
off as like the winter solstice, and like Vikings and stuff. So
But I know a lot of people are like, wait till Christmas or Black Friday. 'cause
no,
that's
yeah,
when
I mean
you
Black
do stuff.
Friday too. I mean, I don't understand Black Friday, and it wasn't up until recently that they started doing things like on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it
which
just
I think
keeps
is
getting sooner and
crazy.
sooner.
I think it's insane. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
How can you say, yeah, let's start doing stuff on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it used to be Black Friday at like 6, and now it's
Yeah,
like,
people
hey,
would get up at like 3 in the morning,
Thanksgiving.
get packed, and start waiting in line early in the morning. And I think it just got so crazy that they're like, hey, we need to push this even earlier.
Yeah, we need more time.
Extend the deals because there's so many people trying to get these deals.
Yeah, and some people camp out,
And
which is
then
insane.
sometimes they're not even really a deal. So they're just swindling
Just
you.
selling. I said, yo, Black Friday. It's like I heard this commercial the other day, and it's so funny to me. It's a car dealership one, and around here, it could be around elsewhere too, but I know around here, the car dealership ones are so annoying. They are. Because they have like two people and they're
We
like,
got select inventory that needs to go.
yeah, and they're all doing like these thematic like Dr. Seuss commercials. Oh man, it's so bad. They're like, we're not gonna play Mother May I, and because it was in May, it's just like super. It's annoying.
No, they have
But,
something every season, every month.
Yeah, and
They
it's
have
super annoying.
Are you ready for March Madness? Because we got a whole bunch of March cars that need to get down because it's madness.
Exactly. And but one of them was like, hey, it's Black Friday all month long. I'm like, you can't do that. Black Friday's a day.
What I think it is when these companies say, hey, we're going to start selling this for super cheap, they made a whole bunch and it's not selling. So like, hey, this is a good way to get rid of our inventory.
Right. I mean that's how like the society works now, I guess. Is if it's on sale, you might have to buy it.
No, you wait till after Christmas when all the returns happen. That's where you do it. And then they're like, hey, this got returned, the box is fucked up or something.
Then I'll discount
and then
it.
they're like, yeah, discount it hard.
Or even like display models go for super cheap.
Because they want to get rid of it because they have such a surplus because they're putting out all this product because
And
people
expecting it to sell.
Yeah, people are out there trying to get as much as possible. So, it's definitely a strange thing. But I said this year I definitely took it easy with everybody, and I made sure to tell everybody, like, hey, look,
Yeah.
I have so many people like, hey,
Yeah.
I got you something. I can't wait to give it to you. I'm like, please don't, because
Yeah.
not that I don't want gifts, because. Look, man,
Love
I'm
gifts.
selfish. I love getting things. I love people giving me things. I love getting things for free, but it hurts my heart and
Yeah,
my
'cause
head
it
this
can't
year.
give
So I'm
back.
like, I didn't get you anything, man.
I think that's probably why like Secret Santa and like White Elephant were invented. If it wasn't already for that
Because
reason.
then everyone gets a gift.
Yeah, it's like it's just it's easier and everyone is, and especially when they have like a $20 limit type thing, it just kind of works out better that way for everyone. I think.
Yeah, I still have this megaphone I got a couple years ago from White Elephant at work,
Yes.
and I just found it today when I was rearranging my room. I said, "Oh, I forgot I have this. I can't wait to use it. It has a bottle opener on it.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in like 2 years, but still, I mean, I've used it.
It's
but
'cause
not
it's been
like
hiding.
Used it. It was hiding for a while.
Yeah, but we found it. That's good. Let's see what else. Christmas. So we talked
How
about
about
music.
favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, okay. Christmas Story.
Christmas Story,
Yep.
classic.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
I don't remember what channel it is. There's a channel that does it like all
Nonstop.
day long,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like over again. I don't know if it's the Hallmark Channel or something, but I remember growing up and my father, I'm sure it might have been my mother too, but maybe my parents, but just loved the Christmas Story. Like we would
Yep.
watch it, just be on repeat. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. You
Yeah,
know?
that's my personal
Classic.
favorite one, followed by something vacation.
Like National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, that's my second favorite one. And then my family has a tradition where every Christmas Eve we watch Polar Express.
Okay, Polar Express is good.
Yeah, that's
love
classic.
Tom Hanks.
Solid.
Tom Hanks as Santa Claus, couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah.
And that's what I was about to ask. I was like, okay, what about the animated ones? Man,
Yeah.
you can't just say I love all that. My favorite animated one is definitely A Year Without a Santa Claus, and that's the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser and their brothers, and their mother is Mother Nature.
I don't think I've ever seen that, let alone heard of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's classic. Santa gets sick.
Oh, another one is shoot, what's it called? I forget the name of it, but it's the one where the guy is trying to like leave his hometown, but then he keeps getting pulled back, and his dad owned a bank, and the one where he jumped off the bridge, but he was a ghost and he came back. No, there's a name for it, and I'm drawing a blank on it.
He jumped off a bridge and died, turned into a ghost, and came back.
Yeah, and this angel's like, "Yo, don't kill yourself. Let me show you why." And he walks him through his whole life on what he would have missed out if he killed himself.
So this is just like a Scrooge story, like A Christmas Carol.
Kind of, but also not.
Oh.
Certain aspects of it, and I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna look it up real quick while
Christmas
you.
Past.
I'm gonna look it up while you tell me your favorite movie.
Also, well, I said I like A Year Without Santa Claus. I like all the classic animated ones. I like, I also like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen in it. That one's classic too. I just watched it for the first time in years. As
It's a
an
Wonderful
adult.
Life.
It's
Sorry.
a Wonderful Life. Doesn't sound familiar.
Really?
Really?
No, that one's a classic. That's a solid one. Here, I'll watch yours if you watch mine.
Okay, so dude.
We'll get that later. Yeah,
Okay, so-
but that's a solid one. Yeah, no, that's like one of my favorite ones too. So that's like my, I guess 3.
Yeah, I
favorite
like
movies.
Rudolph. I like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, but
I
those
like
are my
them all.
go-to.
But A Year Without a Santa Claus in my head is like synonymous with me being a kid and watching it. Now, there's another one I'm trying to think of right now. And it's about Santa Claus when he's younger. And I just watched it not too long ago. And he grows up. There's the Meister Burger. And he bans all toys in the town. And Santa Claus doesn't know. And he's not Santa Claus
Yeah.
yet. And he has red hair. He's a ginger.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you the name of it.
And there's a Winter Warlock.
Oh no,
But he turns no. Put one foot in front of the other.
nope,
Soon you'll be walking out the door. No.
maybe not.
Oh.
Well, we'll
That's
keep
a
it to
good
that
one too. That's a good one too.
You know, well, this year, now that me and Marla are here, and my family is kind of spread up a little bit. We have to find a way to do both of our families' Christmases, because each of our families have their own like holiday traditions and stuff, and it's kind of hard to do both at the same time when we're 4 hours apart. So this year we're gonna get a little creative, and we are going to do, well, the plan was to do our Christmas to each other on Christmas Eve, and then go to her parents, and then her and her
We all
siblings.
do like all-nighters on Christmas.
Well, yeah, her
Eve,
siblings do. I don't.
right? Oh.
Yeah, I tried. It's just, I mean, if I'm not playing games or actively doing something, I can't
I'm
just.
gonna pass out.
Yeah, I can't.
We
No.
work too much.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I can't be.
the
losing
original
sleep.
plan was we were going to
We
do
don't
our
get
Christmas.
extra time off.
No.
That's a day. That's a normal day off for us.
Yeah, and it's included in our 2 days off.
Yeah.
And then, so we would do our Christmas to each other on Christmas Eve, then go to her parents, then do the all-nighter, and then wake up 5 a.m. whatever, do Christmas with her family and eat their breakfast, and then do whatever else they do traditionally wise, and then leave by noon, 4 hours to Georgia, do all their family stuff, and then and over there, like 3 different people's houses I have to go to. So, I mean, well, I get to go to, whatever.
Yeah.
Little appreciative.
Would love to go.
Yes.
to.
So
Can't
it's going to
wait
be an
go
extremely long day. But the only thing we did different this year is we went ahead and did it today,
to. Okay. Yeah.
which I was pretty happy about, because I had some really good gifts. She was bragging like the entire month, like, "Oh, he did so good. I'm going to win this year." Like it's a competition. I'm like, because I've won the last 2 years, so I let her win.
Oh yeah, I'm really bad with it. Like anytime I would get a present for somebody, I almost always give it to them early. Like, I was like, "Oh, I just want to give it to you now." And
That's
then
so hard.
Me and the other person would be like, "Okay, let's just give it to each other now, and we'll be good." So like I've already exchanged some presents and got a present already. So super intense.
Yeah, but Christmas is great.
Yeah, I love Christmas. So tell us what your favorite things about Christmas are. Your favorite Christmas movies, your favorite memories about Christmas, some of the traditions you do with your family, maybe your favorite Christmas food. Don't say fruitcake, because that's freaking gross. Thanks for joining us. Again, we're the Paper Bag Club. I'm Richard Knox. This is Aliyes Dell. Please hit the like and subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified anytime we come out with a new video. Thanks for joining us.